Someone was standing in the shadows, only to find nothing. Adrian, though trying to stay rational, began double-checking every window, every lock, every corner of the house before bed. The unease seeped into their daily routines, turning once comforting silence into something oppressive, something that whispered with hidden threats. Their sanctuary was slowly transforming into a cage. Though they tried to downplay it, the tension between them grew. Adrian insisted it could all be explained logically. Perhaps a neighbor's prank, or their own exhaustion playing tricks on them. But Eliza knew better. The subtle precision of the disturbances felt intentional, almost personal. Deep down, she feared it wasn't the house that was unsettling them. It was someone. And that someone was getting bolder with every passing night. It was a crisp morning, when Eliza stepped out to collect the mail. Among the usual envelopes and bills sat a small, neatly wrapped package, its paper smooth and tied with a blood-red ribbon. At first glance, it looked harmless, even elegant. But something about it felt wrong, too deliberate, too carefully placed. She carried it inside, calling for Adrian as her hands trembled slightly. Together, they set it on the dining table, the silence in the room growing heavier with every passing second, before Adrian finally untied the ribbon. Inside was a velvet-lined box, the kind one might expect to hold a piece of jewelry or a cherished keepsake. But nestled within was not something beautiful. It was a scalpel. Its steel gleamed under the light, polished and precise, the kind only a surgeon would use. But what made Eliza's blood run cold was the detail engraved into the handle, her initials. E.H. etched with care as though it had always belonged to her. A wave of nausea struck her as memories of another time, another man, clawed their way back to the surface. Beneath the scalpel lay a folded note, written in sharp, deliberate handwriting that she recognized instantly. Her hands shook as she read the words aloud. "You cut me out of your life. Now I'll cut into yours." The room fell silent. Adrian's jaw tightened, his eyes narrowing with both anger and fear. But Eliza could hardly breathe. The letters swam before her eyes, the words burning into her mind. It wasn't a prank. It wasn't random. This was Marcus. His voice, his threat, his promise.